restaurants, bars, houses, and get rid of any virus and disease that's in there, and kind of clean up America.
Now, can you hazmat suit and get him in clean houses?
You know, it's funny, when I ordered the hazmat suits, I had to order them in a 3X because they didn't know the sizes. So I think we can fit them in there.
All right, I like it. That's good.
Hey, you guys realize I'm sitting right here, right?
Now, would you look? We're drinking beer, and you're in a bar, and you're not.
Hey, Sean's the owner of this place, and he just walked in. If can I get some beer? Because they're embarrassing me right now.
I got a nice Guinness. Somebody brought some Guinness over to my house and left it here, and I'm just drinking it up.
Hold on, I'm ordering beer, guys. This is important. I've never had one of those. You ever had a Kahuna Big Wave, you guys?
A what?
Can you hear me? A Kahuna Big Wave?
Oh, those are new, right? That's a new gimmick. I haven't had them yet, though. That's a Hawaiian beer.
I'm about to let you know. All right. So,
or a California beer or something.
I like the most exciting thing in my life is finding this bar.
Oh, Jesus. He's
swear.
really trying to get free drinks in it.
No, he's not. This is just a cool bar. You got to see it.
So
There's
what happened to your other bar? It was everything
Right,
before it was, I love the nice and easy. Nice and easy is awesome. I love the nice and easy. What happened to that?
I still love the Easy, but you got to have bars in every town. Easy's in Lake Mary. This is in Sanford.
Okay, that's good.
And the mayor of Sanford's supposed to be stopping by to have beer with us.
Okay, that's good to know. So tell me what you've been doing since the quarantine.
Oh, wow, that's pineapple beer. It's good stuff. Actually, all I've been really doing is working. This quarantine's actually saved me a ton of money.
How's that?
Because I'm not out drinking so much.
Because the bars are closed. You don't have a
The bars
choice.
are closed. If you can't go to the bars and spend money, you can't go. So my wife is extremely happy because I'm not spending much money.
Yeah.
I have learned to drink at home, which is something I've never done. I never used to like to drink at the house. It was just, for me, it was, I don't know. It was just one of those things.
It meant you weren't classy if you were drinking at home?
No, I thought I was an alcoholic if I was drinking at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to do everything I can to make sure I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But now when I take the recycle to the curb, I'm pretty embarrassed.
I'm drinking this good Guinness beer that someone left over. Oh, it's good.
This big Kahuna Wave, and you know me, I only like 3 beers. This one, I'm going to drink the rest of this keg for you too.
Really? That's good to know. So, were you ready for the quarantine to come off?
You know what? It hasn't really affected me, with the exception of not being able to go out and socialize so much.
Right.
And I've actually started to realize that I like staying home a lot more than I thought I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and especially now that I've gotten used to drinking. The only problem with drinking at my house, unlike other folks that we know, I'm drinking by myself because my wife don't drink.
She drinks sometimes.
No, but she very, very seldom does she drink. And only when she needs to put up with me. So, but when I'm just sitting there drinking by myself, I feel kind of stupid. But other than that, I've actually.
So that's when you feel stupid. When you're drinking by yourself, you feel stupid.
That and the new technology that we're having to do. I was all excited about today, thinking I was going to get to hang out with my best friend. We were going to do what we always do. And you're like, oh, I'm going to stay home.
No, I can't, dude. Mary Ellen is not about it. She,
blame the lady.
When is that going to end?
Whenever she feels comfortable, you know?
Okay. And I'm not dogging her. I'm really not. I'm dogging you. I'm not dogging her. I guess I understand. But it's scary. That's the only thing that's scary about this thing. You're the only thing making this thing scary for me.
Well, I mean, look, I also too have to worry about the show. So, I'm doing the show here and I can't be, what I'm saying? Like I can't be out and getting, you know, if I come down with it, then I can't do the show here. And, you know, with her losing her parents this year, like me getting sick freaks her out. So I just have to be extra careful.
I completely understand. Like I said, I'm not mad at her. I'm on the fence. I don't know which way to feel because, you know, you said, how's this quarantine affecting me? I'm not getting to socialize with my friends, with my best friends. Scotty and me have gotten a whole lot closer because he's the only one who'll hang out with me. And you know, me and Tracy, you know, we sit at home with the dogs and I've watched a lot of television, and I'm pretty sure I've gained about, I don't know, 80 pounds.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not eating, you know, I'm not eating at restaurants as much. Tracy's cooking for me. I'm taking lunch, you know, lunch to work. You know, work's been kind of actually busier for me personally because I've taken on a lot more responsibility.
But people aren't buying cars, are they? This is not a car, but really?
Oh yeah, people are buying cars, and people are, you know, people are people. They're trying to take advantage of every single thing that they can. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but with all the advertisements for 0% and you don't have to pay a payment until you're 90 and just the stupid stuff. Everybody thinks is Guinness sponsoring you or something?
No. He stole my Guinness and he rubbed it in my face.
Bro, what you don't understand is about 2 months ago, Ryan Holmes brought over some beer, right? And he brought over what I drink, and then he brought over like 3 Guinness beers, and he forgot to take them home with him. So when he just asked me for a beer, I went and got him some Corona, and I started drinking his Guinness because he left it here. And I was like, hey man, you left it here, man. It's my beer. I got 3 of these wonderful Guinness beers.
I need Scotty. We don't have a tripod pod anywhere because I'm tired of holding this thing.
A tripod? What's a tripod?
Oh look, Sean, my man Sean is all that. He's got a tripod. Well,
that shows how much Bo knows about technology. Anyone got a tripod? Damn tripod.
Yeah, you and Scott should just get real close. Just cuddle up.
I got a tripod now. I'm good.
So what else is going on?
What is the rule on that though? If
you
bring beer over to somebody's house,
and
it's clearly your beer because you don't drink what they're drinking. Is it a faux pas to take it home with you? Can it be like, let me get that beer back?
Down on me so we don't see all my chins. Hey, how's that?
That's better.
Hey, you're beautiful, Bo.
Now you look sexy.
And I'm feeling good now.
See, I told you.
Okay, and I'm sorry, Ryan. Like I said, I would tell you a backstory about Sean, the owner of the Basin down here in Sanford.
Well, you're really trying to get some free beer from him.
He was a bartender at Cairo. Remember Cairo? We used to do events down there.
Yeah.
Actually, Cairo was my very last real radio event.
That's where you got caught with the cocaine.
No, I didn't get caught. Somebody else did.
Okay,
whatever. Never got caught.
I know.
Anyway, so he was a bartender that night. He also remember Average Joe and Jake, right?
Yeah.
He's friends with those guys, and he opened up this place, and we got to talking that day. And anyway, that's the backstory on Sean. He knows me. He's gotten me drunk and gotten me thrown out of bars. Oh,
that's a good story.
And he's a smart ass. Anyway, so what was the question? I'm sorry, I got off. I'm just excited.
I'm sorry, your sponsored segment interrupted.
Yeah. He's too busy plugging the bar that he can get free beer in than to talk about what we're talking about.
The question was, if you bring a beer over to somebody's house and you leave it there, is it theirs or yours?
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely theirs.
Even if they don't drink
beer,
it,
you brought it, you left it.
You left it. These are my Guinnesses now. You left them.
Exactly.
I got 3.
You only bring what you're going to leave. It's like loaning a friend money. You only
loan
what you're not going to get back.
I got 3 lovely Guinnesses. I'll be drinking.
I know that's my favorite beer, and you're just drinking it in front of me.
And guess what I have? I got a bunch of Miller. No, what is it you drink, Bo? The
Ultra.
Ultras. I got a bunch of Ultras over there that Mary Ellen got for Bo, and now he can't come over. So I'm gonna give those to you.
And
I'm gonna drink your Guinness.
One Guinness is worth
that
about
keeps
12
popping up.
Ultras.
What's that,
That's
Bo?
Skinny Russ? What's that picture that keeps popping up? Is that a picture of you when you were skinny?
What?
There's a picture that keeps popping up in the screen.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Don't worry about video stuff.
all right. So
Oh, that's when I talk. It brings up non-video participant. I mean, I'm having to use a different phone for a mic than I am for by video. Otherwise,
is that skinny, Russ?
I don't know. They're confusing you with video stuff, Bo.
Let's not let Bo worry about technology.
All right, whatever. Keep screwing with me. So yeah, when you go over to somebody's house and you bring beer, that's why you kind of got to plan how long you're going to be there and know how much beer you're going to drink. Because I generally, when I stop by somebody's house, I bring a case because I figure I'm going to get most of that drink.
Let me tell you what Scotty York does. Scotty York always brings his own beer in his own little container, and we'll buy extra beer for him, but he always brings his own beer.
Well, I had it made for a long time. When you first got married to Mary Ellen, she and I drank the same kind of beer.
Yeah.
And she went off and switched and drank those fruit seltzers. I can't stomach that, so I got to make sure I bring mine.
Well,
Yeah, I don't like those seltzers either. I've tried drinking those, and they just don't do it for me.
Yeah, that
I had too many.
The White Claws, and that's all chick beer.
Yeah.
You can't drink that. I told Scotty on the way in here today, I said, Scotty, if something bad ever happens to you, it's going to be like losing a wife for me. So don't let nothing bad happen to you.
wow, that was sweet.
That was out of left field.
Yeah, you guys gonna make out now? Or what?
I think Bo has caught Alzheimer's since we did our last thing, and he's just spitting out random things.
I'm excited to see you. Even though I can't hang out with you, I'm excited to see you. All right, you know what? You guys can all blow me. I'll just stand here and listen to y'all talk. Tell me something good. Got my first beer. You drugged me out of bed early on my day off.
Oh, we started a half hour earlier.
That means it was 30 minutes less sleep I got.
I heard him on the phone. He said, if you can be ready by 11:05, we can do it.
Who said that?
I couldn't ask Ryan to stay longer. He's been up since 3:30.
Oh, poor Ryan. That's all he does. He's talk on the radio. Screw that kid. He's half our age.
It's hard.
Hurry up, run.
It's hard work.
This whole
He
thing
needs to learn how to run with the big dog.
It's hard work.
Quit whining.
You mean use cocaine?
I'm sorry.
Your version of running with the big dogs is I got to get cocaine, and it does not sit well with me.
Tomato, bro. Tomato.
So you're not in any fear of catching the coronavirus and it killing you. That does not cross your mind, Bo.
Absolutely, it crosses my mind. Absolutely, I'm not going to fear it. It's not going to run my life. I have found myself practicing some of the things that they want you to do. Like
I don't see you wearing a mask.
I'm not wearing a mask. Can't dip
You're at a bar.
Drink beer.
You're at a bar. You should be wearing a mask.
No, I'm not near anybody. I'm practicing social distancing when I'm supposed to, and and I'm doing all the things that the CDC says they want us to do.
Yeah.
And I'm staying safe, but I'm not the guy that's going to walk outside and go, "Oh my God, Corona's outside the door. It's going to jump me." I'm just not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry. Excuse me. Now, you want to talk about getting free stuff? Here comes the subs. We got sandwiches. But
are you plugging more free stuff?
Yeah.
I know why you missed doing the podcast. It had nothing to do with me. Had nothing to do with Ryan Holmes or the people you're worried about. you want free beer and free subs.
Here's the problem. I can afford all this stuff now. I don't need to get it for free. So I'm not doing that. But when I meet nice people, I like to take care of the people that take care of me. That's been my rule in life. I take care of the people that take care of me.
Right now, you're taking care of them.
I guess, because we haven't done a podcast. I think people think one of us died because we haven't done one in so long.
Well, now it wasn't always my fault. There were several times you had you couldn't leave because your boss was.
Several is an exaggeration. There was twice.
Okay, that's 2 times.
Well, what have you been doing for because I know you normally go to bars, like that's your thing. So what have you been doing to keep yourself entertained?
Literally, my Netflix account is strong. I've been watching a lot of television. My wife takes great care of me. She goes to Sam's and buys me beer by the case. I considered turning our garage refrigerator into a kegerator so that I wouldn't have to buy beer by the case or be embarrassed when I went to the curb on, with all those beer bottles on recycle day.
So when all this is over, when all this is over, do you think you'll still be drinking beer at home?
You know what? As sad as it is, I think drinking beer at the house was one of those things that tempered me, if that makes any sense. So I didn't drink so much.
Right.
Now that I can drink at the house, putting down a 6-pack before bedtime ain't nothing. I didn't realize I drank that much. It's made me realize that I like beer.
Well, it's a whole new world then, man. You can drink at home and drink when you go out.
I know, but I still feel guilty. Like when I walk out or I go to the refrigerator, I'm still looking over my shoulder to see if Tracy's asleep or if she's going to get mad. And like I said, it's embarrassing going to the curb with a case of beer bottles twice a week.
Oh, man. Well, Mary Ellen and I will kill, on the weekend, I'm taking a whole bag. I mean, a big garbage bag full of beer bottles.
But there's 2 of y'all. This is just me. By myself. You guys talk to each other.
You need to start making frou-frou drinks for your girl, because she'll drink a frou-frou drink.
Yeah, but she's worse than I am about over consuming. She doesn't want anybody, and she doesn't want to feel like she's drinking too much.
Ryan, did you want to find the crunchiest thing you could find to crunch all over the?
You can hear that?
Yes, we can hear that. You found the loudest shit you could eat. What are you doing?
My bad. These are very sensitive microphones.
I guess so.
What are you eating, Ryan?
I'm having
everything. Bo,
hey,
the son of a bitch eats everything. Mary Ellen makes food every morning, and Ryan eats everything. He's gained 20 pounds since last month. He's still freaking eating. I can't believe it.
I'm hungry.
I mean, this morning you had beef stew. You had hot dogs.
Five beef stews.
The son of a bitch is eating all the time.
I'm bored, Russ. Like, there's a pandemic. I don't care about what I look like anymore. I'm just going full food. I'm just whatever makes me happy. And right now, food makes me happy.
Oh, did you actually turn your mic off?
I don't. Did I?
Oh, no, you're on. Okay.
Am I on? Good. I got a phone call in the middle of this, so
I see.
I didn't put it on airplane mode, evidently. I don't know what to do. Anyway, as I say, speaking of food, we're at the food hall in downtown Sanford, and Salvatore makes subs, and they just brought us some.
Yeah.
Wow, that's 2 separate places you got to plug in for.
Man, that's crazy.
Well, we got to sample here in a little bit.
Well, wait till I start walking down the food hall and they start throwing samples at me.
What
is the food hall?
What phone service do you have? Are you on AT&T?
No, I get it. I'm plugging with phone service. That's funny.
My God.
Anyway, no, dude, listen, you know me. When I find something I like, I like it, and I'm all in. And I found something in Sanford, something else that I like. I'm all in.
Okay.
Listen, just because you've become agoraphobe doesn't mean I'm a bad guy for out becoming, getting with the people, hanging, telling everybody there they can go and drink and socially distance and have fun.
Well, we get the news every day, Bo. Like we know what's really happening.
Yeah, we actually know what's happening. Yeah.
It's because y'all watch too much news.
Well, then it's important when there's a global pandemic and you sort of need to know what's happening. I don't know.
Okay.
Now, can I quote
How many people died in Sanford? None. Thank you very much. Everybody's good here.
I don't know that you know that. I don't know if that's actually accurate.
I watch the Sanford stats daily, bro. Nobody died in Sanford
When the mayor gets here, the real
without a gunshot wound. Nobody died in Sanford.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate. I know that the mayor of Sanford shut down all of Sanford and that they made it so people can social distance and eat outside. So the mayor of Sanford's taking it a lot more serious than you are.
Well, when he gets here, we'll find out because He's not afraid to come hang out with the people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask him about being vice mayor because I just found out that Sanford is the largest town in Seminole County. And
The largest what?
County is one of the largest counties in the state.
Uh-huh.
So I think the mayor needs some help, and I'm going to run for vice mayor next year.
Okay, I think it's a good idea. I think he would love to have you on his ticket.
Yeah.
He told me as much. Were you there? Because he told me.
I'm sure he would.
But the reason there's no deaths in Sanford is because we are social distancing. It's supposed to be this way.
I guess you haven't been to Sanford because I was out here the other night when the bars opened, and there was people stacked on top of each other, asshole to elbow on the other side of Sanford.
Well, that's good to know.
And I even me,
Yeah.
I was like, Scotty, we ain't going there. I'm not getting out of the car there.
That was on Secret of Mayo at the Mexican downtown.
Yeah, it was that when you ask me about is this bothering me or scaring me, it's changed some of my habits. You know, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna dive into the damn Corona pool and see if I can come out without Corona.
What's the Corona pool?
That's where you jump in with a lot of people that may have Corona.
Oh, I see.
But,
Okay.
you know, I know some medical professionals, and you know they got to go in and do this every day. The first responders, and they're telling me, you know, there's ways to stay safe. You just don't, you know, lick your neighbor. You'll probably be okay.
Don't lick your neighbor. You'll probably be okay. All right, that's quote
Those
from
are
Bo.
rules, those are words to live by right there, brother.
Yeah.
Don't lick your neighbor. You'll probably be okay.
Did I quote you correctly when you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, they also said cocaine and hookers would kill me, and it ain't got me yet.
That's one. And,
Okay.
and they told me drinking and driving would kill me.
And they ain't got me yet.
And hadn't done it yet.
No.
And I mean, let's be honest. Nobody thought I'd make it to 54. Nobody.
No.
And I guess we're not supposed to say our age, but I don't give a damn. Nobody thought I'd make it this far. And short of the 80 pounds that I've gained and being out of shape, I feel better than I've ever felt.
Oh, cool. That's good to know.
I mean, I guess mentally, my career's going well. My home life's going well. My best friend's still the biggest ass I know. And so my life's, you know, hadn't changed much.
While we're doing the show, Ryan Holmes just went to get more food. Good God, man. What are you eating now?
He should be
Nothing,
down here
man.
Salvatore's.
You got to put a cover on all this food, okay? But look at this. This is what I have access to right now.
I can't see. All I get is skinny Russ pictures back when he was roiding and wearing black t-shirts all the time.
Salvatore's, Robert brought us.
Oh, there's some subs.
How come Ryan doesn't have his? How come Ryan's not zoomed in like we are? Like, how come I can't see him?
I don't know why you can't see him. I can see him fine.
Call him fat.
All right, Bo, look what I'm looking at.
There you are.
Look,
there
this is
you
what
are.
I'm looking at right here. All this food, coffees, chafing dishes.
Bird does that for you guys every morning.
Every
Yes.
morning.
And y'all don't. I guess you can't kiss her. I love that woman. She is amazing.
Yeah, she's pretty
She doesn't
good.
want you to leave. You got to clean up after all that crap when everybody leaves.
No, she cleans it up.
Jesus, you got life by the balls, Rowan. That's good.
Hey, Bobo, yesterday she made West Virginia hot dogs. Like
No way.
a whole thing. Yeah, yeah. And Ryan had them for the first time.
Telling her how to do it.
Yeah. Of course, she's from
That's
West
good.
Virginia, so she knows. Are you
that's
still eating, Ryan?
What, man?
What kind of subs did we get, Scotty?
They talking about
we got to
subs, man.
compete with Ryan. We got turkey. That boy must not know me. And what? Okay, cool. Yeah, he made us something the other day when we were here, not here very long. I might say. What did he make us? He made us something with cheese or whatever. Dude, this skinny Russ picture keeps freaking me out. Are you seeing this?
Don't look at the video, man.
No, just so you know.
I'm watching the camera trying to see, you know.
But Bo, just so you know, nobody else can see that but you.
Yeah, you're the only one who sees it, man.
I think that's your way of fucking with me. I'm sorry, screwing with me. We're not supposed to say the F word. Sorry, what's your name? No, I think that's your way of screwing with me. Skinny Russ.
No. I didn't know.
Just showing you what he looks like all the time? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it? I mean, besides turning you into a agoraphobe, what has this done for you?
Nothing, because you know what? It's the way Mary Ellen and I live most of the time anyway. For me, it's been easy. The only thing is we don't go to hurricanes and have our wings. I mean, that's the only thing that, has changed for me, honestly. Doing the
Really?
show from the house is actually fun. I like it.
I knew that.
Yeah. I don't have to go anywhere. I spend the weekend with Mary Ellen. I'm pretty good. Like, I'm going to be pissed when we got to go back to normal.
Yeah, well, the new normal is probably going to be what you're doing right now,
right?
Because didn't Clear Channel combine the offices and just kicked all the radio personalities out?
Well, it's iHeart now, but yes, they're taking the third floor.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to badmouth the new company. I was using the old company name for a reason, pal.
Oh no, it's iHeart, but we took the third floor and then moved it to the fourth floor, and yeah.
Not a whole lot of radio studio space left, right?
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Because you guys are doing pretty much everything from home.
I've been here, yeah, doing it from home, yeah.
So I mean, radio, it really doesn't matter. You're watching the news and they're doing all that. So I guess they've set up little studios for news people at their own home.
At their homes, yeah.
But I mean, for me, I know how I feel about this. But the actual personal interaction, like back when I was doing the show with you, we used to have people come in, and those were the most fun because we actually got to see them, speak with them, talk to them on the breaks, hang out with them for a minute, go back on and talk more. And are you missing any of that interaction?
I mean, I think that was all kind of cool, but now when we do, like, we talked to Bert Kreischer, who's a big comedian, and we got to talk to him, and he was in his house, and so you still can have that same interaction. You can still talk to him, and now we're starting to talk to more people through Zoom, and when we do an interview with someone, we want to Zoom with them too, and I like it that way the audience can see it, and yeah, I'm okay doing it like this.
Well, and again, I know you are okay, but even through like Zoom, like right now, and it's going to sound gay, and when I don't care, I literally this week started thinking, I'm going to get to hang out with Russ. I'm going to get to actually sit down with my boy, do what we've always done, and have some time. And then I found out we had to Zoom. I was a little like depressed because if I want to see pictures of you, I got pictures of you. I like to hang out. I mean,
then he found out he had to get up 30 minutes early. Oh,
and now I got to find new friends to hang out with that will actually sit in a bar or that God own a bar but no, my best friend, I can't hang out with my best friend. I've seen your wife more than I've seen you in the last 3 months.
Wow. Well, yeah, you guys drove by for her birthday, and she talked to you from the car.
Right.
No, you know what? Her being a paramedic and knowing a lot of people that are in the business of being paramedics and talking to people about how, a good buddy of hers was up in New York helping people with COVID. She's really nervous about it. And with her losing her mom and her dad this year, the thought of something happening to me makes her really upset. So she doesn't want me going out, and I'm not going to argue with her. And she doesn't want me coming in contact with someone who is working all the time, like yourself, and you're coming in contact with a lot of people. That makes her scared.
Well, a lot of people's relative, but I completely understand it. But you know how much I love her. I'm not going to say anything bad or go against her feelings and or thoughts. She is a medical professional. She does actually care about you and doesn't want you sick. I get all of that. But I am not the guy you'd asked earlier. I'm not the guy that's really going to live my life in fear because I just can't. Because that's
I don't know if it's living in fear, though. I mean, wouldn't you just say that if you try to live I don't know, just to protect yourself I'm not in fear of anything. And I don't know that she's in fear. She just doesn't want me to go out and to risk something that if, you get the right case of COVID at 55 and you're overweight, which we both are, it could kill you.
Okay. I completely understand that, but you're playing semantics and don't do that because it is scared. we are scared, or she is scared that something's going to happen to you. And again, I'm not downing her or her opinion. I think it's valid. I think it's hers, which makes it even more valid. And I think that I'm happy she loves you enough to take care of you. I'm just not that guy. I couldn't be in your position, I don't think. Now, I'm not having to deal with everything that you've had to deal with because there is a lot of backstory, and I completely understand that. But I guess the selfish part of me, which is probably part of the 80 pounds I gained, but the selfish part of me says, I want my friend back, so let him go. But the other side of me is, I get it, sweetheart, and I love you, and I'll listen to what you're saying.
And just so you know, on Sunday for Mom's, for Mother's Day,
right?
We're setting up a tent in the front. It's in the carport. Setting up a tent. Mom's gonna stay on the porch. Me and Mary Ellen are gonna be in the tent, and we're gonna bring her some Popeyes. But we're still. Your mom doesn't want us near her. I mean, she's in her 70s. She doesn't want. I mean, if she gets it, she's afraid. So, we're just trying to do what
you know to do.
Yeah.
What you know to do, and I get that, but I'll liken this to people die in car accidents every hour in this country. I mean, somebody's dying right now in a car accident. But that doesn't make me strap on my fire retardant race car suit and my helmet, my driver's gloves, and put on my 5-point harness every time I get in a car.
Bo, you literally don't drive.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Might be a bad analogy, but it works. Okay.
You literally haven't driven for 10 years.
But, I mean, again, you're right. Okay. So I'll come up with another analogy. But I'm talking about for other people, people die all the time from everything. And yeah, okay, protect yourself from this one. But what happens when something else creeps in? What if Ryan had beer? The problem is some sort of a intestine problem right now with that Guinness.
The problem is there's a selfish component to this. So there's the selfish component is this: you might end up being a carrier, and maybe you don't get sick, and maybe you don't die. But if you pass it on to someone else that does get sick and does die, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a selfish component to this whole thing.
So how do you find out if you're a carrier?
Well, they don't have the proper testing for it, so you don't know. So because you don't know, then you wear a mask to protect everybody, and you stay away from everyone to protect everybody. And that's the problem with this: is the people that don't give a shit are, in my eyes, are people that don't care about everybody else. They just care about themselves. They're selfish people that I'm going to go do what I want to do, and they're not thinking, oh, I could pass this on to some old guy that will die, or I could pass this on to someone, and then they pass it to someone that dies. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't disagree with you, and I don't appreciate you calling me selfish, you bastard.
I didn't say you.
What I'm saying is,
what's the name of the bar you're in?
Oh, sure. Now you want to plug the place since you're never going to be here. Since you will never come out of your house again. Come on down to the Basin, Russ. Why don't you come hang out with us in Sanford at the Basin and eat Salvatore subs? And don't even get me started on the damn Mexican place. Anyway, there is a selfish component. You're absolutely correct. But also, we have freedom to do what we want. And I won't believe that I'm a carrier.
Well, that doesn't mean you're not.
I know, but if you can't test for it, how do you know?
Well, you don't know, and that's the problem. That's the reason they're asking.
Then everybody in the world should think that they're a carrier and wear a mask and stay away from each other.
For right now, until they come up with a yes, that's the only answer. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm out. I'm not doing it. Sorry. It's just not who I am, and it's not the way it's going to be. And I apologize if y'all think I'm selfish. I don't care, because I'm not going to live my life that way.
Do you have a mask?
Live my life that way.
You don't have a mask.
Scotty gave me one. I think I've worn it 3 times.
Yeah, he won't wear it.
No, I've had one. I got a cool one. Scotty gave me an American flag. I look all cool when I'm wearing it. But I guess my point is that if I'm not going to live in a bubble,
But what? Okay, that's great. What if you had some way of finding out that you didn't get sick, but you were a carrier, and you gave it to Tori's dad, who's this wonderful guy, Mr. Boomer. You gave it to Mr. Boomer, and he died. how the fuck would you feel?
Oh, I'm gonna, and don't say the F word, you bastard.
Well, no, I'm just trying to make a really big point.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to feel bad, but until somebody can prove to me that.
But you can't prove viruses. You can't. That's the problem. You can't prove viruses. So the best thing to do to make sure that people that you care about don't get sick is to stay away from them and to stay out of the bars and to do social distancing until there is a vaccine.
But we can't shut ourselves down as a community and as an economy and as a nation because of something we can't see and we can't fight.
Oh man!
But you fight it by not going out.
Okay, I understand that, but to what end?
Until they come up with a cure or a vaccination, because it's going to spike again. You're going to see a lot more people passing, and people you love who are over the age of 60. If one of them, that's when it'll mean something to you. When someone if it were,
you're right.
God forbid, Mrs. Boomer, Mr. Boomer, your dad, Mr. Height. If one of those people, Mom, if one of those people died from coronavirus, you're gonna be like, oh, jeez. And what if it were you that passed it along? That's all I'm saying.
I don't disagree with you, except how do they know what if they don't have a test for a carrier?
So, Bo,
how do they know there are carriers?
Bo, you're saying, well, if I don't know I did it, then it's okay.
Not what I'm saying. If they don't have a test for a carrier, how do you know there are carriers?
Oh, they know there's carriers. They have tests. They know people are carriers. They know
you told me they didn't have tests. Get me tested. I want to make sure I'm not.
They have tests. They're just not enough for everybody. But there are people that carry COVID-19 that
show no symptoms.
That show no symptoms, and they pass it on to other people.
And they never get sick.
And they never get sick. Yes.
Okay, so
it could be you.
Shouldn't we test those people so we can figure out the antibodies to fix this thing?
Yes.
Don't make me go back to med school. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna school y'all.
No, Bo. Everybody agrees everyone should be tested. They don't have enough tests. You don't watch the news at all, do you? You don't know anything that's going on.
I don't like the bad news at all. And I like to live.
This is part of the problem.
Well, and you know what? Like I said, I'm not being stupid, Russ. When we passed that crowd of people the other day, I looked at Scott and I'm like, even I'm not going to go in that soup. So, and I do practice, like I said, professionally, personally, I practice what the CDC has guidelined for us. I'm just not so far to the left that I'm not leaving my house. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, look, I leave the house. I go to Publix and I wear a mask. Or if
whoa! What are you doing going to Publix, dude? That's the worst place you can go to. I'm sorry, not Publix. Grocery stores are the worst place you can go to.
I go there and I wear a mask and I make sure I wash my hands.
Delivered, man. Have you lost your mind? Don't be going outside.
No, I'll go outside. We go to the liquor store, whatever. But
the liquor store's okay. Liquor store's good. I get it.
But I do wear the mask because not for me, for other people, and wash my hands, stay away from everybody, because unfortunately that's what we got to do right now. But there are people like you. There's a lot of people like you that are like, this is stupid. You can't keep me down. I got to go out.
No. Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. I'm not saying this is stupid. I'm not saying you can't keep me down. I'm saying I am not as hardcore about the safety precautions as some other folks. So don't put that on me, because I'm not that guy. I'm not saying this isn't happening. I'm not saying everybody should go start hugging and having group sex. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying,
well, that's my whole Saturday.
But again, I promise you, when I'm going out, I'm practicing the recommendations from the CDC.
Well, if that were the case, you'd have a mask.
Yeah, you have a mask on.
With the exception of wearing a mask.
It's the easiest thing you can do.
Okay, but if
I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, with the exception of not going to bars and wearing a mask.
Right. And hugging people. And shaking hands. And washing my hands in cold water. All those things, other than that, I'm doing the right thing. No, but in all seriousness, if you're staying 6 feet away from people anything that I've actually
You're
read
not.
before.
You're not staying 6 feet away from. Oh, really?
No, I do.
At work, you stay 6 feet away from people.
I do. The people I don't know, absolutely.
Okay.
And we disinfect and we do all of those. My place of business is more disinfected than probably some agoraphobes. I mean, we disinfect. Oh, look, I got me some hand sanitizer right now. We disinfect and we do all of that stuff that we're supposed to do at work more so than everybody else and more so than I would in my personal life. So yeah, I feel more safe at work than I do at some place I've never been. I feel more safe at work with the employees I work with because they, like you, realize I can't screw this up. This is my job and I can't go out and jump in the soup of a bunch of people. I can't do these things. They're doing the things they're supposed to do, and I trust that. I recognize and I trust that they are. Because short of us all having a barracks at Bill Ray Nissan and coming and going and only living there with each other, we're doing the best, and I think we're doing as good as anybody, if not better.
All right.
So that's why I don't mind going to work.
You sound like Donald Trump. We do the best. We're the best.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And we're beautiful. We are beautiful.
The best thing going today.
Good God.
Look at this sub. It's a beautiful COVID sub.
From Salvatore's. Don't forget Salvatore's.
Salvador. Oh, is Salvador build a wall? No.
Salvatore's. So other than that, I mean, again, I'm not down. I hope and nobody that ever sees this or listens to this thinks that I'm downing other people's opinions, other people's game plan. I'm not. Like I told you the other day, Russ, you told me you got to do you and I got to be me.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking away what other people are doing, but
I'm not doing it.
I hope to God somebody doesn't walk up to me and try and force their beliefs on me.
Now, Bo, when I play this video of you saying this at your funeral, do you want the black box in the upper right or the bottom left?
I want you to get it right because you gotta pass.
Oh, because I mean, if COVID gets a fat guy, it doesn't let go. I mean, if me and you get it, we can just go ahead and just start.
Call it a day?
Call it a day. Write the
right.
obituary.
Exactly. And again, I'm not, without trying not to make light of all of this, I understand and I agree. It's huge. It's a mess. And you're right, Russ. If I actually find somebody or find out that somebody close to me, I got it, I'm going to want to know how. And then if they die from it, I'm going to want to know more and more and more and more. So it hasn't actually affected me personally so bad. But I don't know that when it does, I'm going to do all the things that other people are doing.
Okay.
And again, I could be wrong. I think
this is why Russ isn't allowed to come over and play.
Right.
Exactly.
And I get that.
You're proving Mary Ellen's point.
And that's why I have not gotten upset. That's why I've not lost, I get it. I told you in the beginning, I'm on the fence one way or another. And that's the way I live my life. I'm on the fence. And until it happens to me, I don't know.
I live my life on the fence. That should be a t-shirt. Bo Rhodes. I live my life on the fence.
That's a big old fence.
That's a big ass fence.
That's a very sturdy fence. But again, I don't wish anybody to not do what they think is right for themselves because you got to be you. You got to do you. And I get that. But I'm not going to until it's proven, or I shouldn't say proven. I'm gonna do it the way I'm gonna do it. You're gonna do it the way you're gonna do it, and hopefully nothing bad happens to either one of us.
Okay, that's one way to handle it.
So, yeah.
Russ had wives that didn't care if he lived or not.
That's true. I had several wives that would have just said, "Go, go out. You do what you want."
No, and like I said, I get it, and I'm not upset with her. I appreciate her every day for more than a couple of reasons, and one of them is taking care of my boy.
Yeah. She takes care of the other boy too, because I got to tell you what, she has fattened Ryan Holmes up.
She's doing it on purpose. There's no way at this point that I believe that it's not happening fully on purpose. And Russ is telling her every day, we got to make him fatter and fatter.
Holy shit, you got the beard back. I just recognized that.
Yeah, I turned off the photo for Russ.
So I've literally pulled Mary Ellen aside and said, listen, you're doing way too much. He doesn't need that much food. And she's like, listen, I'm bored. Let me do what I want to do.
I do what I want.
Both. The other day, she made like stuffed potatoes, stuffed with brisket and cheese.
I dream about that.
And it's like all this elaborate stuff for breakfast. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, she watches this stuff on TV and she wants to make it. So she's every morning there's this big.
Okay, see, now you're making me mad again because I'm not invited to that party.
No, you're not.
Well, if you follow
that selfish thing, I'm not invited to the brisket party, and you know I like brisket.
But see, it's because you're out there shaking hands and kissing babies, you know.
And I understand. I get it. You know, my lifestyle's mine. Y'all's is hers. Is her. I get it. I understand. But if I started tomorrow not going to work and wearing a mask, am I going to get to come to the house?
No,
exactly. So it ain't worth it.
You have to quarantine. You got to quarantine for the 14-day quarantine.
Yeah, and I can't because I got to walk my dogs.
I wish you could come over, Bo, because she makes so much food that like there's leftover, and then I'll end up eating more because I feel bad. I'm like, I have to eat the food because she made all the food, so that I end up like gorging myself like a little.
Can't you guys take the extra to like homeless folks? Because they're still
we give it to a homeless guy. We give it to Ryan Holmes.
Oh, my bad. Hey, look, the mayor of Sanford just walked in.
Mayor of Sanford.
Yeah, come say hi.
Say hi to the mayor of Sanford.
Yeah.
Jeff Triplett.
Here's Jeff Triplett. How you doing, buddy? I guess we're not supposed to be shaking hands or hugging or nothing because we're socially distancing.
My God.
It is. We're in trouble.
Social distancing.
How many people died in Sanford from COVID? None. Thank you.
But
how about
Sanford,
that?
But Sanford also is social distancing, and Sanford social distancing though, and they're actually
the largest city in Seminole County. No deaths without a gunshot. That's my new platform for when I run for vice mayor.
Ask the mayor about social. Ask him about social distancing about for downtown Sanford, because I know that they're
the rules, Jeff.
6 foot.
Yep.
There we go. 6 foot, no more than 10 to a party.
Okay. Can you all hear this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no more than 10 to a party. Nobody at the bars, obviously.
What do you mean at the bars? Like this isn't good?
Yeah, you're not supposed to sit at the bar.
It won't be the first time, brother.
Ask him about allowing the bars or the restaurants to eat out in the street.
25% of capacity, and we can eat outside with 6 feet apart from the tables.
Yeah.
Right. And you're actually advocating, or I understand, trying to close some of the streets so that people can have more tables outside.
Yeah, we actually just did an executive order Monday night or Tuesday night, I'm losing track of time, that allows them to, without fees or permit, to go out and close out parking spaces so they can actually extend their cafe.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you guys are still hearing all this, right? So
Yeah.
the little parking spaces that were on the streets, they can use and make tables for those, right? Or keep them blocked off.
Yeah, it's really to expand the parking or extend the sidewalk portion of it, and then they can block off those parking spots so people can walk around, or if someone doesn't feel comfortable being too close, but they can actually go into those as long as they're marked off.
Now, what you guys don't know is Mayor Triplett and the whole, I guess, Sanford community. I'll give props to all the politicians and everybody that's been working together over the last probably 10, 15 years, if not longer, have started to make Sanford great. I mean, they've started to make better places to be. They've started to clean up the whole area, and I shouldn't say it like that, but there's really a revitalization of Sanford.
Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
And I'll attribute a bunch of that and the moving forward to the mayor and his people.
Ask
So-
Mayor Triplett, how long does he think that they're going to have to do the social distancing like they are now, and how long will the restaurants be like it is now?
Okay, Russ has just asked, how long do you think this is going to go on? Basically, the social distancing, the 25%, the outside only. And here's the thing: I guess COVID don't live in the heat, right? The heat's bad for COVID, and we're coming into the summer, so sitting outside sucks because we're Floridians and we realized what AC was a long time ago. But how long do you think this is going to go on?
Man, my prediction, all right, that's all it is. I think the governor's going to give this 2 weeks. So we're, basically almost a weekend. Next Monday will be a weekend. I think he'll give this 2 weeks. He'll come out, he'll open up personal services.
Personal services being
haircuts.
Oh, no way. Really? I need one.
I think he will. And I think at that time, he'll allow more access to the restaurants and bars, maybe do something with the bar restaurant style.
Now, do you think our governor is a little more forward thinking than some others?
Yeah, I think he's a protectionist right now. He's got to be protectionist because who wants to be the guy all of a sudden everything spikes and it goes crazy?
Right.
Like, and there's been some spikes in I think in Missouri and Texas when they opened back up a little bit more aggressively than he did. And we don't want to shut down again. So I think if everybody does the right thing and he sees that it's going to take a little bit of spike and then maybe levels off, I think that's what he's going to be looking for.
Well, I don't like to get political because hell, I don't know nothing about politics, but I do know Jeff and Jeff and I have had the opportunity to hang out, and for, the largest city in Seminole County's mayor to stop by and hang out and tell us all this stuff is cool as hell with me. And I think our governor's done a tremendous job. I think you guys, the heads of the cities, have done a tremendous job. Russ has become agoraphobe and he won't get out of the house. However, you got me, Jeff. I'm with you. I'm going to be around.
Well, I like it. I like it anyway. Wait, am I on?
Yeah, he
hear
can
it.
see you. He can see you. So, did you answer, Russ?
Yes. Thank you.
You need a haircut, man.
It's going good.
Yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what you did to your phone, but we can't hear you as well.
Oh, well, let me change that. Hold on.
There you go.
I was trying to make it so that you could hear Jeff, but it's okay. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
All right. How about now?
That's better.
Is that better?
That's better. Yeah.
All right.
Well, good. Well, tell Mayor Triplett, thank you for coming over. We appreciate it. That was awesome.
Okay. We're not going to sit at the bar, but we are going to have beer.
Yeah.
Give me about 5 minutes. Good to see you. Thank you very much. He's good people, man. I met him with you probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
When we were downtown at Eola, and I didn't realize who he was, and I started screwing with him then about being the mayor of Sanford. And now I'm going to work on a platform to be the vice mayor because man needs some help, and he needs a little help.
He probably does, especially after there's video of you and him hugging in a bar.
Yeah. Ryan, I'm going to ask you
he's probably going to need some help.
I'm going to ask you to erase that, Ryan, if you can.
There's the mayor of Sanford hugging Bo at a bar.
Yeah.
During a
It wasn't his
pandemic.
fault. I grabbed him. It was all me.
During a pandemic.
He's going to arrest me, but he's letting me finish the podcast. So we're good.
I'm not going to follow rules, but I am going to hug officials that are in the government.
Hey, listen. If the mayor of Sanford ain't safe, who is?
If the mayor of Sanford gets COVID because you hugged him, you're going to feel terrible.
And then I'm going to know I'm a carrier.
Okay. Scotty, thank you for getting Bo. I have nothing to say. Bo said it all.
Just giving you something to think about.
I appreciate it. Enjoy your lunch. Tell the mayor you said what's up. Give him another big hug. Scotty, good seeing you.
I know. He just freaked. Look at Russ. He literally. Russ is very seldom in his life speechless. He really don't know what to say right now.
No, I'm good. I'm ready to go eat my lunch.
Well, dude, just know I love you and I miss you. And if you ever decide to come out of the house, I'll
let you know.
Hang out with.
All right, sounds good. You want to say the name of the bar you're in one more time?
The Basin, and it's Henry's Depot. The Basin is the anchor, is the bar, and Salvatore's is giving us some subs to hang out and eat. And it's downtown Sanford, man. And you should come join us. Or
all right,
don't join us because there's a lot of hugging going on. But don't join us. But you should check this place out.
Okay, I'll see you next Thursday. Scotty, thank you.
Not if I die from COVID.
It only takes 5 days, man. It'll get you.
And you know what? You know me, I do things in a big grand scheme of things. It'll take 3 for me.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Scotty York. Thanks to Mayor Triplett. Bo.
Look at Ryan's throwing up right now, isn't he?
We ain't got to go home.
But we got to get the hell up out of here. Swirls.
Lord.